California has now joined a list of other states and the District of Columbia, where so-called recreational marijuana is now permitted. With the start of 2018 comes the legalization of pot for those 21 and older in California. January 1, Sacramento, California. AP, from a pot shop in Santa Cruz that hung a banner proclaiming prohibition is over, to one in San Diego handing out t-shirts showing the first moon landing and declaring a giant leap for mankind, the Golden State turned a shade greener with its first sales of recreational marijuana. Ceremonial ribbon cuttings marked the occasion Monday as the nation's biggest producer of illicit marijuana moved from the shadows toward a regulated market. Freebies and food greeted those who waited in long lines to get their hands on weed with names like Oh Geezus and Banana Breath. "I am scared, I am excited, I am relieved," exclaimed Kimberly Cargill, director of a shop in Sacramento that has sold medical pot since 2009. Cargill's shop, a therapeutic alternative, opened at 9 a.m. with the celebratory cutting of a red ribbon, a symbolic gesture that could be seen as a nod to those who cut through red tape in time to open the doors to a new era. First-day sales were brisk in shops lucky enough to score one of the roughly 100 state licenses issued so far, but would-be customers in some of the state's largest cities encountered reefer sadness. Caption: Close. Riverside and Fresno outlawed sales and Los Angeles and San Francisco didn't act soon enough to authorize shops to get state licenses by New Year's Day. The state and local governments still have a lot of work ahead to get the massive industry running that is projected to bring in $1 billion annually in tax revenue within several years. Charles Baldwin, Chief Compliance Officer of Showgrow in Santa Ana, which opened to retail customers Monday, said he's concerned that a delay in local and state approvals could create a shortage of products for consumers. "We're looking at hundreds of licensed cultivators and manufacturers coming out of an environment where we literally had thousands of people who were cultivating and manufacturing," Baldwin said. "So the red tape is a bit of a bottleneck in the supply chain." Regulators at the Bureau of Cannabis Control worked through the holiday to try to process 1,400 pending license applications for retail sales, distribution, testing facilities, and other businesses, Bureau spokesman Alex Traverso said. A flood of applications for shops in LA and San Francisco is expected after being approved locally. Because Los Angeles is the biggest market in the state, some of those shops will be licensed by the state more quickly than others already in line, Traverso said. The status of Los Angeles shops highlights broad confusion over the new law. Los Angeles officials said they won't begin accepting license applications until Wednesday, and it might take weeks before any licenses are issued. That has led to widespread concern that long-established businesses would have to shut down during the interim. Attorneys advising a group of city dispensaries have concluded those businesses can legally sell medicinal marijuana as collectives, until they obtain local and state licenses under the new system, said Jared Killow of the United Cannabis Business Association, an industry group.